Hi guys, it's me again. I am here for a quick lesson on area. This would be one of the very first activities that we would do with area. Most of you have had this lesson. I would say at least half of the second graders and all of the third graders have had this. First graders, this is perfect for you too. Because if you have ever done multiplication with bead bars, you already know what you need to know in order to do area with me. So I am going to show you first with this. Here we go. Let me get this stuff out of the way though. I'm not quite ready for those things. Still getting used to the camera kind of flips everything, so I have to. There we go. That took care of some of the clutter. Okay. So as you can see, I have this lovely yellow rectangle, and I want to know how big the surface of my rectangle is. How would I figure that out? Well, let me see if I have something here that will help me. Ooh, well, I have some lines here. They're nice, but I'm not sure they are quite what I need to help me figure out how big the surface of this rectangle is. So let me see if I have something else. Ooh, those are nice. I'm not sure though that they give me enough help to be able to figure out how big the surface of my rectangle is. Let me see if I have one more thing to try here. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's going to help me a lot. Now the surface of this rectangle has been divided into squares. And if you just watched my lesson on measurement, you'll know it's important that these are the same size. These squares are all exactly the same size. And that is going to help me to determine the surface, how big the surface of my rectangle is, because we can just count the squares. So I could start out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to keep counting. Some of you have already probably thought of a faster way, but bear with me. I'm just going to keep counting. So I had 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So I know that this rectangle, the surface of this rectangle is 50 square units. But I bet some of you thought of a faster way to count those square units, didn't you? I hope you were thinking about your bead bars. Because if we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that is like a bar of 10, isn't it? And I have 10. I have 10 taken 2 times. That's 20. I have 10 taken 3 times. That's 30. 10 taken 4 times. That's 40. 10 taken 5 times. That's 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Did anybody see another way to do it? Maybe I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we know how to count by 5s. We do it all the time when we're telling time to record in our journals. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So there's 3 different ways we could count it, right? Did anybody think of one more way to figure out how many squares there are in the surface of this rectangle? Did anyone use multiplication? Yeah, that multiplication equation would be 10 taken 5 times, or 10 times 5. So there's 4 ways. Pretty cool. Okay. So the next step in this lesson would be to get a little bit of practice doing this on paper. I might just leave this where you can see it to remind you. Now I'll slide my paper back over here. And you have probably practiced this, but if you haven't, you have seen other people practicing this. So it's your chance. So what I have here is some graph paper. If you do not have graph paper at home, you can print some. There's, if you ask mom or dad to go on the computer and search for free printable graph paper, they will be able to find some and print it. It doesn't matter if the squares are exactly like the ones we have at school. They just have to be equal. I think bigger squares is better than teeny tiny squares. And then I think parents, the kind we have at school is 4 squares per square inch, or quadral ruled, if that helps you at all. Also, if you need graph paper, just email me at mrs.fortun@wheatonmontessori.org, and we will leave some by the front door for you to pick up. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have it or can't print it. Just let us know and we'll make sure you have some. Okay, the other thing you're going to need for this is a straight edge. I have a ruler here. It doesn't have to be a ruler. You could do this with any kind of straight line object that you have around. I'm drawing a blank now as to what other kinds of straight edges you might have, but a ruler is great if you have one. I mean, worst case, just use another pencil. And the idea here is to line up your object with the lines on the paper so that our lines are very crisp and exact, because this is math, so we want to be exact. But if you really can't find anything at all to use, just go ahead and be very careful as you draw your lines on the paper. So I'm going to make some rectangles here. I'm going to make all kinds of rectangles. I'm going to make some big ones. Okay, I have to be able to see what I'm doing here. This is excellent practice. Do lots of these. Parents, your children will have already told you that in our classroom, we always fill the paper front and back. We do not waste paper. So I hope that you are seeing some very careful practice that's utilizing every possible corner of the paper. Don't forget to put the date on your paper as well, because I will want to be able to see this eventually, and I would like to know which days you worked on it. Okay, so let's imagine I just filled that paper. Let me make one more. That's kind of a medium-sized one. Tall rectangles, short rectangles, skinny rectangles, thick rectangles, all kinds of rectangles, please. Okay, now we want to find the area of those rectangles. So this is where we're going to decide on one of those 4 ways we had to count the squares. You could count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or you could find out how many you have in one column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look, and I have 5 taken 1, 2, 3 times. Let me do that. Let me label that side with the 5. And then I have 1, 2, 3 going this way. Could we use multiplication? We sure could. So we could just write, you could do this right inside the rectangle or next to it. We're going to write 5 taken 3 times. How much is that, by the way? Oh yeah, 15. You knew that. Okay, so I hope you can see that. And then of course, we want to color it and make it beautiful. I'm going to make you watch me color this. So I want to see lots and lots of this practice, please. Second graders that have done this already and third graders, this is a great review. It is worth your time to spend some time on this. First graders, give it a shot. This is a great lesson for you to have virtually and for you to practice and teach your parents how to do it, okay? And if you have any questions, you can email me, and I hope you enjoy practicing area. Okay, take care. Oh, by the way, before I stop, third graders and second graders, if you have practiced this a lot already in the classroom, go ahead and practice it now a little bit. And then I recommend you go find Miss Searcy's video on area for the next lesson. Yes, I said it. You're going to go have a lesson with Miss Searcy. Okay, enjoy. Bye, guys.